I would agree, because atheism, in that sense, is simply a denial of something. It's a denial of God. Now, many atheists I meet also subscribe to something you might call naturalism or physicalism.
Yeah.
This idea that all that ultimately exists is the laws of the universe. But of course, you won't find human rights anywhere in there.
No.
And so you won't find a scientific explanation for why we believe in the intrinsic equality, value, and dignity of every person. It has to come from a different source. And for me, the Christian worldview is what gave us these beliefs in the modern West.
Yeah.
But at a more philosophical level, I think you cannot justify the idea of right and wrong, goodness, beauty, truth, without a foundation that is not physical. Physical stuff is neutral. It is neither right nor wrong.
Yeah.
These ideas only make sense if there is a transcendent aspect to reality that I believe is God. So I think a lot of people just take for granted this idea that, of course, I believe in human rights. They've never actually dug any deeper than that to ask, well, what's that standing on? What's that belief standing on? Purely atheistic worldview, a naturalistic worldview, just cannot support that concept. All it possibly can support is the idea that, left to its own devices, if we are just the product of an unguided, mindless process of evolution, evolution is suited towards survival, not towards truth. You could be believing all kinds of false things and it have survival value. So the question is, where do we find truth? Where do we find these concepts of objective right and wrong, morality? Again, I find you have to go beyond nature. And that is where you find God waiting.